What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about an event that you probably didn't know about, some secret changes that were added, and some other crazy reports. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, because we're very close to 100,000 subscribers here on the main channel. Really appreciate it. Also drop a like and turn notifications on to stay up to date with everything going on in Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, Warzone Mobile, and any other future Call of Duty as well. Now, before we get into the wild updates for Modern Warfare 2, let's go ahead and thank the sponsor of tonight's video. Now, tonight's video is sponsored by Sizzle.gg. Sizzle.gg is a platform that allows you to download automatic action-packed highlights of your Twitch and YouTube streams with ease. It works for games like Warzone, Valorant, League of Legends, Fortnite, PUBG, Apex Legends, Garena Free Fire, and of course, Modern Warfare 2. It's currently open to both Twitch and YouTube streamers, and using Sizzle is very simple. All you have to do is create an account on Sizzle.gg, link your Twitch or YouTube, then make sure you click refresh on your stream dashboard to detect any of your recent events, and now you can select which stream you want to turn into a Sizzle. Now, I'll definitely be using this for some of my longer streams, since you guys know I go live for nearly half a day whenever there's a big event. It's crazy. But for the release of Modern Warfare 2, to celebrate our amazing community, Sizzle is hosting a free-to-enter giveaway where 2 winners who create a free Sizzle account will win $70 on PayPal. All you have to do is head to the description and click on the Sizzle GG website link, then just create a free account on the site and link your Twitch or YouTube account right there. So be quick, create a free Sizzle account with the link down below in this video's description or the pinned comment, and thank you to Sizzle for sponsoring tonight's video. Now back to the video. An event that is starting tomorrow, which you guys probably either forgot about or didn't know much of, is the World Cup crossover here in Modern Warfare 2 and even Warzone 2. Now, COD Mobile is also celebrating a similar type of crossover, but the marketing surrounding that and the release date for that content is a bit different. For Modern Warfare 2, tomorrow is the beginning of the event with the release of the Neymar Jr. limited time bundle. We don't know really what's in that bundle, since over at Infinity Ward Studios a couple of weeks ago, during the DMZ showcase, FaZe Swag did go ahead and show what's in the Messi bundle, but wasn't able to access the Neymar Jr. or the Pogba ones. It was also confirmed in the Season 1 blog post that we then have Pogba debuting on November 25th, followed by Messi on November 29th to complete this collection of limited time World Cup bundles. So I will be live here on the channel tomorrow morning doing open lobbies, leveling up some weapons, and of course live reviewing the brand new bundle as a part of the collection. I'll probably upload a video about the bundle as well shortly after that, so hope to see you guys there, of course. But for those wondering if we're ever going to get Mastercrafts or Reactives or even Ultra skins as bundles in future Modern Warfare 2 updates, that's currently unknown, but if we do get those, it'll probably be in some future seasons, unless they want to leave that to Treyarch, since that's kind of been their thing for Black Ops. I know Sledgehammer did a few of them for Vanguard as well, but we'll have to wait and see how bundles do work. But I do want to review as many as possible over the course of this game's life cycle. Now, I haven't seen anybody out there discuss this, but the Season 1 blog post actually got updated with some more information about this crossover, as they went ahead and wrote more details, including information on a limited time COD Ball mode, and the community support your team pick'em minigame will be shared in season. So for those wondering if the start of this crossover tomorrow means we're going to get COD Ball added to multiplayer right away, I think this blog does mean that the COD Ball experience won't be coming out until at least mid-season. I mean, the fact that it wasn't even mentioned on the roadmap probably means that it's not ready to come out yet. I know gameplay does exist of the mode already, as I covered in a recent video, but the World Cup semifinals are on December 14th, coincidentally the same day that Season 1 Reloaded is set to begin for Modern Warfare 2, so we could end up seeing the mode come out that day, and then the grand finals are, I believe, December 18th. I'm not much of a soccer guy, but correct me down below in the comments if there's any changes to those dates, or if I was a bit off with what those actually are. But I do think the COD Ball mode is set to come out probably in mid-December, if I had to take a guess. Let me know how you feel about that down below. It's set to be a Rocket League type of mode for Call of Duty, kind of the first of its type, but I will say Dead Ops Arcade has featured Rocket League type gameplay before, but it's cool to see that Modern Warfare 2 is really diving into all types of different gameplay, especially when it comes to DMZ with the extraction-like experience. Now, with that being said, we also have a report from Ralph's Val, which I didn't get a chance to cover last week, but might as well bring it up now. So he's claiming that Modern Warfare 2 is getting customizable kill cams. You can select between play of the game or a final kill. You'll also be able to extensively edit in graphics, messages, audio, GIFs, and even templates. You'll be able to replicate stuff like this in-game. I am not kidding. Now, his proof for this isn't necessarily from a source as he's claiming. It's something to do with a patent that he discovered, which suggests a feature like this is coming. But as the press has reported on, there's patents that come out all the time for different games, especially Call of Duty, that talk about material that never actually gets conceptualized or material that actually gets put into production for a full release. Things are experimented with all the time or even planned on paper but never see a light of day, so this could be one of those features. But it would be ironic considering that Vanguard had kill cam borders, which which was kind of the start of something like this. Not necessarily. It was as simple as, you know, a 360p JPEG you could put over your kill cam, which I want to say wasn't a feature that was received well at all. I wasn't a fan of that, but if they actually go ahead and, you know, maximize what you could do with the feature like this by allowing you to add in messages or audio, GIFs, that would be interesting to see. But we then have Charlie Intel going back and forth with Ralph on this, where he does go back and forth on this thread where Ralph is suggesting there is a big UI overhaul coming to the game. I know Infinity Ward has teased that there will be UI improvements, but I don't think a full overhaul is actually on the way. Now, right here, Ralph does say, Advanced Warfare 2 was passed on to me by someone you're familiar with, though I do take partial blame for reporting on it without corroboration. Map Editor is something still in development. A recent patent does show. Charlie says, so you didn't have sources on Map Editor, just use the patent. Thanks for clarifying that. Now, Ralph then replies, the patent wasn't the reason I made the article. I've heard something was in build-outs and reported on it. Only found this patent today, lending some credence to it. And Charlie then replies with, Activision has hundreds of patents, so many never see a light of day. Funny. So with that in mind, definitely take all this with a grain of salt. I mean, like I mentioned before, people like Ralph, Ghost of Hope, other insiders, they've gotten things right on the money. Can never deny that. I've always reported on whatever the rumor was, and I always clarify if that did come true. But there are a lot of other things that also didn't come true. So it's kind of a coin toss at this point, but take this report as you may. I think Modern Warfare 2 so far has introduced some really cool new customization options, such as gun screens for your weapons, allowing you to actually track specific stats, like how many kills you got with a certain weapon. I'm assuming the reason why they removed the streak icon that pops up, you know, like we had in MW19, like we had in MW2 beta, that little icon at the bottom every time you get a kill showing you that you're on your 14th kill, your 18th kill. That was removed for some random reason. I could assume gun screens are the reason why. You'll be able to track what streak you're on using one of those. We also have the loading screen customization option. So I think with that, I wouldn't say that this kill cam customization is too far-fetched, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now, also some more secret changes that nobody out there has really talked about too much, but something that the legend himself, Exclusive Ace, did report on a couple of days ago following the Season 1 update was that Footstep audio was increased roughly by 75%, but then a couple of days later, he did report that the audio then got changed back to normal, and he said a reputable source stated that it was an unintended bug. So I would actually say Footstep audio is actually something that needs to be improved upon for something like DMZ or Warzone 2. I've had plenty of instances where I just can't hear enemies. I'm sure you guys feel the same way. I think multiplayer is fine. Maybe some slight tweaks could be made to that, but for the most part, multiplayer isn't the problem here. I think maybe they were testing out some audio increase for Warzone 2 and DMZ, but that accidentally bled over into multiplayer for some reason. So that was sort of a shadow fix nobody out there has really talked about too much, especially not mentioned in the patch notes either. But with that being said, other things not mentioned in the patch notes are as follows. We have a manage files feature that was added to Modern Warfare 2, as you can see right here on screen, allowing you to uninstall certain packs within the base game, whether it's campaign, whether it's Spec Ops. We also have the option to uninstall Warzone. So I know it's confusing, right? Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 are separate apps, but when you have the premium version of Modern Warfare 2, right, the paid game featuring campaign, MP, Spec Ops, Warzone 2 is just an add-on to that with a seamless integration at the main menu. Since Modern Warfare 2's app is currently called COD HQ, which probably means that future Call of Duties that come out either next year or the next Black Ops game in 2024, they'll still be separate experiences, but when you download those, they'll be seamlessly integrated at this same COD HQ menu, in which you can then obviously uninstall Modern Warfare 2 if you wanted, since the COD HQ application is brand new, but has begun with Modern Warfare 2, not necessarily meaning that you always need Modern Warfare 2 installed to keep this app on your hard drive. Now, clan tag editing is also back after being shortly removed following some weird issue that surrounded that. We also have some other customization options for our vehicles. So as you can see here in the menu, you can change the skin or the horn that could be available on either an ATV, a truck, a helicopter, boats, whatever the case is. We also have war tracks now. There are some war tracks featured in the Season 1 Battle Pass. Can't actually play the war tracks on stream or in a video for obvious reasons. It's obviously copyrighted, but you will see a list of World Cup national anthems here, as you can see. So those likely be featured with either the upcoming Pogba, Messi, Neymar Jr. packs, or will be added in through some other method. Not sure maybe if you unlock these through playing the COD Ball mode at some point in Season 1 Reloaded. It's definitely unknown, but not all countries are featured here for these anthems, so I'm assuming other ones will be added with the future update, but it's nice to get a glimpse of the fact that they're taking this World Cup crossover pretty seriously and are going to be adding in plenty of cosmetic content for use here in Modern Warfare 2 and even Warzone 2. Now, over in private matches, you've probably noticed that both Cyber Attack and Bounty are modes that got added to regular multiplayer. You can play them right now with bots, as I showcased in a recent video the other day when Shoot House first got added in. And I think that's cool they were added into private matches, but the fact they weren't mentioned at all in the roadmap or the blog post just has me thinking that we are in fact going to be getting a big separate roadmap for Season 1 Reloaded that features plenty of other content that we didn't know about. And to add on to that, you've probably noticed the CDO playlists have also been removed from private matches for whatever reason, even though the CDO playlists were available previously in private matches. That probably got removed because of the recent issue that Treyarch went ahead and tweeted about, which is the fact that because of stability problems, they've had to delay the public release of the CDL mosh pit. Maybe there's a connection between the CDL options in private matches from that release, so they removed everything entirely that had anything to do with CDL altogether. But I am safely going to assume that either before or during Reloaded is when we'll end up seeing the CDL mosh pit added to regular multiplayer, and the private match option should also be added back into the game. But lastly, it was discovered that the ranged dummies have more accurate multiplayer counts for locational damage, so I think that's huge for those out there that want to test out certain weapons, certain attachments, and certain loadouts in that firing range to ensure they understand really how those would actually work in a real match, how the bullet drop-off might work, or how their accuracy might change from time to time with certain attachments. Luckily, that's been improved upon, but as suggested in recent tweets by various leakers out there, I think it would be a good idea to see an option in the future where you can actually test out blueprints from a bundle you don't own yet. However, I don't think that'll be the smartest thing for Activision. That'll probably limit the sale of some of the packs. If people out there are skeptical about buying one, test it out in the firing range and choose not to buy it, maybe it is best that it's kept as like an element of surprise where you don't really know how the blueprint's going to be unless you buy it or unless you watch a video on it that's on YouTube. Maybe they'll keep it that way, but I think it would be cool overall and better for the consumer if that was an option at some point in the future of this game's life cycle. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. Bit of a quick news update here for you guys today regarding an event that you probably didn't know was even starting tomorrow, and an update regarding the COD blog post and some other information regarding possible customization additions to the kill cam at some point in the future. Let me know what you think down below. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.